happening around you?
The cloud is near me. It's a gray day, and I'm standing outside the property I grew up on. It's a gray day, but it almost seems like everything's in black and white, and I'm outside just out in front of the barn.
Mm-hmm.
I got here rather quickly. And as soon as I got here, for some reason, as soon as I got here, as you were still guiding me through, I got here quickly, and immediately before I got off the cloud, I was sitting on my knees, my hands outstretched, stabilizing myself, looking around, wondering why I was here, why I was back here again. And I immediately felt negative energy, I felt negative emotions, and I felt my eyes teared up briefly. And in that moment when I actually came down I was in the cloud and I came down and hovered just above the ground. It felt like something really bad had happened here. Like real bad.
Can you describe the property to me? What does it look like? Does it look like the way you remember it, or is there something different?
No, it's the way I remember it. It's just nothing's in color. Everything's in gray or black or gray. And it seems as though everything's in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And the long part of the pasture is behind me. I see the well house. I see the pen or the arena where our animals were attached to the barn. God, what is this feeling?
Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like just something very bad. Something very bad has happened on this land, on this property.
Does it feel like it happened recently?
No, it feels like it happened before we came.
Oh, I see. Look around you, see if there's anyone there with you. Do you see anybody else?
I think so. I see some people walking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who these people are, but they've got on these ratty-looking, dirty-looking shirts and shorts that are white, and they're in their work boots, and they just seem to have a blank stare on their face with this, it's a blank, despairing look on their face.
What do the people look like? Can you describe them?
Well, they're mostly men. It feels like there's some women here, but not many, maybe
Mm-hmm.
no more than 2, 3 at the most. They're, mid-height. Some are along my height, some are short and stocky. One in particular, he's just got a really fat, long face. Stocky body. He's got on a shirt that's, been out in the sun working. And you can tell he's really dirty and it's just sun-worn. And he's walking towards where our old neighbor used to be, walking towards his fence. And the other people with him are walking in the same direction. And you can feel at least I do, I feel the exhaustion of working out in the sun and working out in the field that they've been working on. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're cultivating or what work
Mm-hmm.
they're doing in the sun, but it's hard labor.
Yeah. Are they carrying anything with them?
No, their hands are down by their sides and they just have this blank, despairing look on their face.
Yeah. What are they looking at? Can you see what direction they're looking to?
Man, they're looking at, they're just looking straight ahead. It's almost as if they're looking at something or for something, but they just keep going towards it. I had interestingly enough, right as you asked that, I saw a huge, almost mothership type saucer that had this gray beam coming down, and that seems to be what they're going towards.
I see. Does that saucer seem to be nearby, or is it far away from where they're standing?
It's a good clip away from where they're standing, but given its size, it feels as though, proximity, it feels as though it's actually close by.
Tell me more about the saucer. Can you describe it for me?
It's very, very fine defined edges, and it comes out on top and bottom, kind of bows out on the top and the bottom. And from the very bottom, straight from the craft all the way straight down, is it's not a beam of light, but it feels like a beam of energy. And it's almost like a gray cloud is around it, encompassing it. I feel this very fast and strong whirlwind of wind and energy swirling in the middle of it, straight from the bottom to the top. As I feel this energy and I see this, I think back to the people, and I feel that they are going towards this as their savior, as their relief. I can feel the despair shaking in them, that they're in the hope of that the despair that they feel is finally coming to an end because of this craft.
That's interesting. None of them seem scared or to go towards the craft.
No, there's just so much despair and just so much hard labor and so many just hard emotion that they finally had the last bit of gumption or strength in them to forget who they worked for, and they're just all walking off in unison. And this spaceship is going to take them to a better place, a higher place. They can be who they truly are and want to be.
That's great.
I can feel that as they get closer, I can see I can see them now. I'm behind them, and they're in front of me, closer to the ship. I feel the relief in my body that they're relieved. All the despair is finally leaving them.
That's wonderful. So you're headed towards the spacecraft as well?
No, I'm still on a nearby cloud, and as they were walking away, immediately I saw the green grass. I saw the wind blow through the green grass, and color is starting to come in.
Very good. You're doing
my
great.
Surroundings. Oh, wow. An almost huge relief, almost an overwhelming sense of things are getting better, and things are better.
Very good. Look down at your feet. Let's see if you can make out a physical body. Are you in a physical body?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe it for me? Are you wearing any shoes?
No, for some reason I'm in a shirt and shorts, and for some reason my clothes look similar to the people that were just walked in front of me.
Does the body feel male or female, young or old,
Oh, it's
healthy?
it's definitely male. It's definitely me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though it's myself now, but I feel present but younger and look thinner. I'm barefoot, still standing in the cloud. I see myself like I'm looking at myself from a slight distance.
Very good. You said you're dressed similar to those people that are going towards the craft?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I didn't pay much attention when I arrived here, but I wasn't clothed this way. I did have shorts and shoes on, but now for some reason I appear to be just like them.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting. And you mentioned that they're going to a better place, or a better future.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about that. Where are they going?
I don't know exactly the location of where they're going. I just know and feel strongly on the inside of me. I still see them now as I look back that way. They seem smaller and smaller, so there must be more and more distance. They almost seem like little white flakes in tall grass that's getting ready to be vacuumed up into the ship.
Very good. What happens when they get close enough to the ship? Can you see that happening?
They're already up inside the ship.
How do they make it up there?
They made it up through the whirlwind of the strong energy that feels like wind. That's how I best can describe it.
Very cool.
And now it feels as though as soon as I thought of the ship, I was on the ship, and I see them being placed in their capsules.
Interesting. Can you describe the inside of the ship for me?
Mm-hmm. As I look around, I see different grays. I see the regular 3-foot grays, and I see some grays that have oblong heads, very skinny necks, and bodies and fingers. And I get the sense that they're the workers on the ship. And the floor in the ship, it seems like you can see straight through it. It's almost like it's metal cross beams that are small and sturdy, but you can walk across them fine. You can see through the floor. I see several levels from where I'm at. And there's a overall sense of just peace on the ship. I had a quick flash or feeling of someone that was afraid, but one of the entities quickly calmed them and helped them in their capsule.
Oh, so they're putting them in capsules, you said?
Most of them were already encapsulated. They laid down in their capsule, and you can see there's you can see through it. It's almost like a oval shaped or elongated oval window that you would, like a old-timey wooden door that you see the stained glass, the shape, how it's elongated.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is, that elongation. That's how the door shuts on the capsule. But it's bowed out, so it gives them extra room.
Very cool. What does it look like when the person is inside the capsule?
Whatever it is they're laying on, it's almost like they're laying on light, and their eyes are closed, and they would just feel calm and peaceful. They know they made the right decision. They don't know where they're going, but they know where they're going is home.
Mm-hmm. Are these capsules connected to anything? Do you see anything outside of the capsules?
Oh, just all the capsules are connected to each other. As I look over to my right, I see like a big dashboard with multiple buttons on it that allows them to go into cryostasis and allows them to sleep and still be okay and taken care of, and somehow this capsule nourishes them. I don't know how, but I get the strong feeling that, none of them are going to look sickly after they travel to their new destination.
Well, that's wonderful. You said it nourishes them as well?
Somehow, some way, yes.
Yeah.
But they're not hooked up to any kind of tubes or anything. They're just there and they're just breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think one of the entities, one of the grays, just pressed a button and I see this cloud. I had this thought while I was there, this cloud, this mist. As they breathe in, they take a large, deep breath, and this nourishes them. What they breathe in nourishes them.
That's all fascinating. Anything around there that catches your attention? Anything you haven't seen before? As you're looking around that spacecraft?
I see stairs going up into the top part. And right before you asked that, I felt drawn to go towards the back. I feel like on the level that I'm on, there's something in the back that's calling my attention.
Do you want to go there and see what it is?
Sure.
All right. Go ahead and move to that part of the craft. And you are there now. What do you see there? What was it that was calling you?
I see more people in their capsules, but this time it's more of like a private area. It feels like a private area. I see another entity with like an oblong, flat head and dark eyes. He's the one that watches over these three. I don't know who they are or what's special about them, but this is a private area.
How is it different than the other area?
I don't know. For some reason, I think it's access-based. Even though everything seems open, it's almost as if there's like a knowing that you don't come past a certain point. But he allowed me to come past a certain point.
That's great.
Because he feels comfortable with me.
Did you see anyone inside the capsules in that area?
Yeah, I saw the people. They all still kind of look the same, much like that first gentleman, that man that I first saw that really caught my attention. I could see his detail.
Yeah. Anyone in there that you recognize?
I was getting ready to say no, but as soon as you said that, for some reason, Jason popped in. I saw him resting in one of the capsules.
Very cool.
He's thinner. He's much younger. And I see his left hand up on his chest like this. He seems to be sleeping and resting, but he's got a little bit of a smile on his face, a smirk.
Yeah. Seems happy to be there, huh?
At peace.
Very cool. What else is happening there? Tell me more.
People are healing. These containers that they're in, these pods, these are healing pods. It doesn't matter if it was a little nick or scratch on their body. It's a healing pod.
How long do the people need to be in the pods in order to heal completely?
Oh, I don't know. For some reason, 6 weeks came to mind as soon as you asked. 6-week time frame. But when they get out of the capsule, they don't have any aches and pains, and they're not sore, and they're not stiff. They're rejuvenated.
That's fascinating. To be able to do that just in 6 weeks' time, be completely healed of anything.
Completely. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
See, Jason's pinky on his left hand is straightened out at the knuckle at the tip.
What was wrong with the pinky before?
It's always been kind of turned in a little bit.
And even that has been cleared from being in the capsule?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Actually, I see his hands. His hands and fingers are straightening out. He tripped while walking one night down at the coast, and when he put his hands out to catch himself, he strained his fingertips. And the splint he put on his fingers to straighten them out didn't help.
Yeah. So this is a higher level. You said it's like an upstairs from where you enter the craft?
No, this is still the same level. This is just the exclusive level. No, exclusive area in the back, not exclusive level.
I'm curious as to why that's an exclusive area. Is there anyone there you can ask about that? What makes that area exclusive? See if we can find out.
So it's an exclusive area for close friends and family. And the reason that it's exclusive is because the family wants their family to be secluded while they heal. So it gives the family member that's outside more peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And they like the separation from everybody else.
That's interesting. So if you see your brother there, do you recognize anybody else in that area?
For some reason I see my sister next to my brother. She's out cold and her head's turned to the right and her hands are just kind of on her. She's almost pale and yellow at the same time. It almost seems like for some reason, I get the feeling that she's just barely holding on to life. I don't know, she looks very weak, like she always looks, but weaker than normal. She's very pale, almost yellowish tint to her skin.
Yeah. You said that Jason looked younger.
Mm-hmm.
Does your sister look younger too, or is she about the same age as she is now?
No, she's the same age and she doesn't look any better. Jason's younger and thinner, and his hair is darker but brighter at the same time. Has a little sheen to it. My sister's hair looks like it's, I don't know, the color of if dirt and sand were in it.
Yeah.
That kind of color, but there's no dirt and sand in it. It's just, I don't know why, for some reason I feel a faint heartbeat and very shallow breath. And I feel like she's spent. Whatever it is that's going on, she's had all she can take. She can't take anymore.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like she really needs the 6 weeks in there to be completely healed as well. Yeah.
I hope it helps her, and she hopes it helps her too. Jason knows it'll help him.
Very good. So you said that this is an exclusive area for family members, so they can stay together. Who operates this craft? Who's the family member of these people that are healing in this exclusive area? It's okay to see it. You can see it clearly. Who's operating this craft?
It's one of the main ETs that operates it. He looks a lot like, he's a little bit, he's a lot bigger than the one I was just talking to that guards the family. But they all look the same. Their heads are flat on top, but, that large oval shape.
Mm-hmm.
And their eyes are dark. This one's a dark red, not glowing, but just a dark red. He's got a huge command center. It's almost white with all these buttons. And actually, as I look closer, they seem like buttons, but it's a flat surface. I want to say it's a flat surface that all these different colors that they just know what they do.
Very cool.
On how to propel the ship forward, and it's how it operates. Looks like and feels like I'm up on the deck now. I'm on the next level up. This is where it's operated.
Very cool. How is that ET related to the people that were there?
They're just the workers. They're just there to.
Mm-hmm.
They're just there to watch over the people that come on the ship. They come by their own free will.
Yeah.
They're welcomed.
Very good. What's up there in the operations area? What do you see there? Can you describe it for me?
He said operations. I was taken back down to where I previously was. And it's just kind of dark, you know. It's not real lit up, but you can easily, it's not very, for as dark as it is, you can easily see and get around. I can hear footsteps on the metal. And it's just, now that I'm looking down almost a hallway, it's kind of dark. But I see some glass that looks like another room, all beside each other. And there's smaller grays that have a different shaped head than what they typically look like. It's flat on top and goes back. And there's a smaller one that's smaller than the one that I was first drawn to, and he seems to be checking the stats on the people that are in these specific rooms that are separate from where we just were.
Is it all the same concept as far as putting people in the pods in each room?
No, this is different for some reason. These are... I'll try to move closer. These are flat pieces of glass, and it seems like these are just, there's some kind of a mattress or a pad that's almost cream colored that some people are laying on. Some of these people I feel are very sick, and they need some kind of medical attention while they're here. Some of them look very scared and worried that they're there. Some of them are wondering how they got there. But for some reason I'm picking up it's because even though they chose to go, they made the conscious choice to go. They're having a hard time believing they are where they are. And so that's what's causing the fear.
I can imagine. What does the treatment look like when you go to that room? What are they doing to those people? Is it the same mist as when they're in the capsules, or is the treatment different?
No, it's the same, but this one's a hair different. They use, they not necessarily blink or flash the lights, but the lights change. And there's holes up at tiny holes, multiple holes up in the side just below the ceiling, where the ceiling and the walls meet. It's these black panels that have these holes in them that emit the mist. And it's actually, it doesn't just come down from the ceiling, it's almost like a black crown molding that's metal. And it releases this same gas or mist.
So there's a mist as well as the light that they're using to heal these people?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to pick up what's going on with the lights. I see the regular light, and I see like this red light with a streak of orange or yellow down the side. And as the lights change, sometimes they react in fear because they don't know what to expect next. But as the light changes color and the mist comes in, then some of them go fall asleep and relax on their side. These people are actually clothed. They seem, well, everyone had clothes on, but this one particular man I keep seeing has dark hair. He's laying on his left side. And he keeps kind of slightly reacting, almost, semi-surprised, scared, wants to be scared, but doesn't want to be scared. Wants to know why he's there. He knows he chose to came, but he still doesn't know why he's there. Everybody feels that way.
Yeah. What's wrong with that man? Why is he there?
Something he's sorry for the life that he led. No matter how much good he tried to do, he would always end up doing something bad that he didn't mean to.
Very interesting. So it wasn't necessarily something wrong physically.
It was emotional.
Yeah.
He never hurt anybody or ever killed anyone or anything. It's just he didn't know how to be a person. He had people around him, a family that loved him, but he just couldn't be there for them. He couldn't show up. He couldn't show up mentally and emotionally for them, and he regrets it. It pains him. I can see him sitting up now, and his hands are on each side of his face. His face is red with tears. He's so sorry that he treated his family and the people the way that he did. He honestly didn't mean to. It just kind of naturally came out of him.
Yeah. Is he going to be able to go back after he's healed on the spacecraft? To see if he can make things better or do things differently? Or is it too late for that?
It's too late. He's crying, saying he wished he could go back. But he can't.
Ask him if he knows what happened with the body. Or is he taking his physical body with him on the craft?
It seems he's in his physical, what appears to be his physical body, but it seems as though cyanide was a part of his journey in his life. Somehow he was tied into the government, and he had the cyanide tooth. And it wasn't suicide. He didn't kill himself. He was so distraught and distressed one day, he clenched his jaw too tight, not thinking about the pill. And the cyanide overtook him.
That's really unfortunate.
Very sad. Thankfully, the way he got up on the ship was just as he was suffering on the ground.
Yeah. You know, I'm curious if he's here on the spacecraft to heal emotionally from all of that. What's going to happen with him after he's healed? Where's he going to go then? Because it doesn't sound like he can go back to the old life, can he?
Oh.
So where would he go after?
I see a field. And it's a place of peace.
Sounds beautiful.
He's standing in his not gown, but in his pants, in his off-white pants and off-white shirt, with other people, and in this field, and there's a lot of peace. And there's just rain in front of his eyes.
Sounds a lot better than what he was going through in the previous life.
And it's all the happy times, the memories that he had, and while he was on Earth. And he'll stand there forever, watching, recording of the life that he wished he had on Earth.
That place sounds magical. So beautiful and so comforting after everything that he went through in that life.
It is, but from someone from the outside looking at it, you feel immense love, but also feel sadness for the people.
Yeah.
I feel for the people. I think these emotions are from me while I'm there, because I feel for the people that didn't get to live the life that they wanted.
Yeah. Is that what's making you emotional about that place?
It's the love and the fact that they're forever watching something that isn't real, but they believe it to be real as their present reality.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that's the only space where they have to go.
Yeah. Do you know if they'll be there for a while, or is this going to be their permanent place after all that?
You know, I'm picking up from some of them. Some of them don't want to come out of it. And others, they will come out of it and they will realize that they can now move on.
Oh, so it's up to them?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
They choose.
Yeah. It's almost like they get a chance to do it over if they wish. If they wish and if they're ready.
True, they can. I see someone that just came out of looking at the screen. It almost seems like an older lady that's very elated and very happy. She's going down this luscious green, very alive grass. And she's on her way somewhere. I can hear her footsteps and see her walking. And wow, that was quick.
What happened?
She walked back to the guardian gray, and she looked at him and she put her hands up around her chest and she was happy. And he nodded at her like that, and immediately she just top to bottom disappeared, so it feels like she went back to Earth.
Wow.
She learned the lesson that she needed to learn. And she's free from her old life.
That's fascinating. I wonder if she went back to a new life or to her old life to do things differently.
Mm.
What does it feel like when you tap into that? Where did she go?
She came back to Earth. I still see her as old, kind of wrinkly, but she has a new lease on life. And she's going to do things much different now. I'll actually see her. She's almost going through this high energy portal. And as she's going through it, as she's going back to Earth, she's going through this high energy portal of many colors.
Wow.
The old skin and face and hair is going away. She had short white hair kind of messy, and now it all just went away, and now she's a vibrant, beautiful woman with very long, flowing dark hair, thin body, beautiful body.
So is she going back to the same life but at a younger age?
She's going back to a place and time in life where she wanted to be. She knew she should have stayed where she was, but she chose for whatever reason to leave. And it really hurt her on the inside and made her age quickly.
So she's going back to that life at an earlier point to make a different choice based on what she saw in that review?
The life that she chose on Earth, she knew she shouldn't have. But she's going back to the place at that moment in time before she made that decision. And she has the knowledge and the wherewithal to not choose the life that she chose. She's going to stay where she's at. I feel there's like a movement, a choice, moving forward. And whatever that is, whatever that looks like, as she was to move forward, she didn't. She's turning around now, walking away.
Wow.
It almost looks like it's the year 1950, 1955. She has, beautiful, long, dark hair down the middle of her back, and she has on white shoes, small heel, white pointed shoes with a small heel, and almost a all green dress with white polka dots.
That's fascinating to be able to go back in time, so to speak, and do things differently and have a different outcome, a better, happier life, I would imagine.